Hello students, and in this lectures we are discussing the electromagnetic spectrum. What are the electromagnetic spectrum and discuss two different waves, their properties and their uses we are discussed in here. Then let's start to discussion the electromagnetic spectrum. What are the electromagnetic spectrum and what is the main distributions of the study of electromagnetic spectrum? What is the electromagnetic spectrum? EM spectrum, electromagnetic spectrum, the orderly distributions of the electromagnetic waves according to their wavelength in the form of distinct group of the property, distinct group of the different property is called as electromagnetic spectrum. The order of electromagnetic waves, the order of EM waves, the order of distributions of electromagnetic waves, order of distributions of EM waves, according to the wavelength, according to their wavelength, according to their wavelength in the form of distinct different properties, distinct group of the different property distinct group of the different property is called electromagnetic spectrum, is called electromagnetic spectrum. The electromagnetic spectrum is one of the scale, this is considered scale, and they distribute, the wavelength will be different, wavelength will be large, then they are shown in here. Consider this is X-ray, this is visible rays, a number of rays, radio waves, microwaves, number of waves and number of rays, they are in here. This is the distributed by the wavelength distributions. The order of distributions of the all electromagnetic waves are distributed in the orders according to their wavelength, their wavelength or their frequency in the form of distinct group of different properties. त्याचबरोबर त्याची प्रॉपर्टी देखील त्या ठिकाणी स्टडी केलं जातं, त्यालाच म्हटलं जातं इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक स्पेक्ट्रम. And in these lectures we are discussed some waves, radio waves and microwaves, and what is the radio waves, what is the microwaves, how it will be produced, and some properties of these different both waves and some uses. Let's start one by one. We are discuss the first radio waves. The first, what are the radio waves? How will be they produced? They produce the accelerated motions of the charges in a conducting wire. They produce the accelerated motions of the charges. All electromagnetic waves are produced when the accelerations of the electric charges. Okay, but these radio waves are produced in the conducting wire. They produce accelerated motions of charges, motion of a charges in conducting wire this is called as radio waves. The frequency produced by the circuit depends upon the magnitude of inductance and capacitance. The frequency produced by the circuit is depends inductance and capacitance. Inductance and capacitance. Inductance and capacitance. The frequency will be depends inductance and by the choosing of suitable value of inductance and capacitance, radio waves are produced the frequency. Then let's discuss some property. Property of radio waves. What are the properties of radio waves? They have a long range of wavelength. They have long wavelength or long range of wavelength. That is first. They have long range of wavelength. Range of wavelength. Long range of wavelength. That is, the wavelength will be start from few centimeter to 100 kilometers. These are the range of the wavelength of radio waves. The next, some frequency bands are considered here. Frequency band. For AM, FM and TV signals. We are discussed the range of these three different frequency bands. In the AM, they are start from the 530 kilohertz. 530 kilohertz to end. Their AM waves are start to 530 kilohertz to end at the 1710 kilohertz. The frequency range of these particular waves AM. For the FM, they will be start 88 megahertz, not ohm, megahertz. These are the frequency to end, that is 108 megahertz. Then for the television signal transmissions, that is, they will be start from the 54 megahertz to end. They start from the 54 and to end 890 megahertz, not ohms. This is the properties of the radio waves. Two properties: they have the long range of wavelength. They will be start from the few centimeter end of the 100 kilometers. Then these are the range of the frequency. In the frequency, someone is kilo ohm, someone is kilohertz, and someone is a megahertz. Let's now uses. What are the uses of radio waves? The first uses of radio waves are used for wireless communications. Wireless communications. For wireless communication, that is, second one uses is, these are for the wireless communications and wireless communication purposes. Second one is radio broadcasting. Radio signals or radio waves are used radio broadcasting and television transmission signals. radio broadcasting, radio broadcasting and signal television signal transmissions, signal transmissions. Third uses, that is radio waves are used in the cell phones with the ultra high frequency band, with the use in a cellular phone, that is cellular phone for the telecommunications, cellular phone for the telecommunications with the UHF. UHF means ultra high frequency band. Ultra high frequency band. This is all about the radio waves. They are produced the accelerated motions of the charges in the conducting wires. The frequencies depends upon the inductance and capacitance they are circuit in the circuits. The properties, some properties of the radio waves, they have the long range of wavelength. They start from the few centimeter end to the 100 kilometers. The frequency band is AM, FM and television signal transmissions are different in the maybe kilohertz to the megahertz, their range. Uses of the radio waves are wireless communication purpose, radio broadcasting and television signal transmissions, cellular phone used with ultra high frequency band. And next one is, that is microwaves. Next one is microwaves. The microwaves are produced by the one of the scientists H. Hertz in 1888. Second wave is microwave. They are producing by the electric circuit containing the capacitors and inductors. They are producing electrical circuit containing by H. Hertz. Charge in 1808. Then producing electric circuit containing the inductors and capacitors. Inductor and capacitor. Inductor and capacitor. The properties of, some properties will be discussed here. The properties of the microwaves are, they heat a certain substances when they are inserted. They heat certain substance when they insert or bombard on that. It is this is the microwave. Second property of the microwaves, they can be detected by the crystal detectors. They detected by crystal detector. And we are discuss here some uses of the microwaves. Uses of microwaves. It is used for television signal transmissions also, long distance telecommunications. They use television signal transmission, long distance telecommunications, and they are also used, microwaves are also used in oven for the cooking of foods. They are also used in a radar for the taking signals from aeroplanes or submarines, and they are also used for the study of atomic and molecular structures. They used the main uses, the study of atomic and molecular crystals. They are some uses about the microwaves. And here we are the end of this lectures.